to perimeter word problems we go. Fancy rectangle situation. Let's see you check this out and see how you do. A little bit of stop and start time for all four of these algebra applied to geometry word problems we have coming up. First one on deck, begin. All right, so you know I always like to draw a picture. There's my picture. Actually, the computer draws it a lot better than I do. And this time it doesn't say it's 7 less than, it says 7 more than. So we got to put 7w plus 3, not minus 3. Remember, if the top is 7w plus 3, the bottom is 7w plus 3. If the left is w, the right is w. Okay? And it says the perimeter is 138. So that means if I add up all of that stuff, if I add up the w on the left, the 7w plus 3 on the top, the w on the right, and the 7w plus 3 on the bottom, I have to get 166. This said 138 over here. Can you please change your paper to 166? I forgot to change it to 138 over there. I will have to make that correction in a few minutes. Okay, so getting my w's together, 1 w and 7 is 8 w's, and another one makes 9 w's, and 7 more makes 16 w's. This time a positive 3 and a positive 3 makes a positive 6. Subtracting 6 from both sides, I get 16w is 160. W is 10 when I divide. And then the length becomes 73 because 7 times 10 is 70 plus 3 is 73. Next up it says find the area of the rectangle. And that would be 10 times 73, 73, which is 730. Just a real quick thing to show you how we make adjustments. But I'm going to correct this so that when I eventually present it in class, I don't make that same mistake again. Okay, and we'll play from. Okay, so geometry applications, the three angles of a triangle. What do the three angles of a triangle always add up to? 180 degrees. Count on count. My kids used to watch it when they were young. That shows you how old I am. I would be 58 years young. All right, sketch a picture, label the angle parts, get it all done, find the value of n, go ahead, and also find all the angles. Again, there's my diagram. So one angle is 4 times the first, so the one is n, the next one's 4n. And the measure of the third angle is 2n minus 2 because it's 2 less than, last shall be first, first shall be last. Twice the smallest angle, 2n minus 2. Find the angles, that means add them up and get 180. So here's my first angle, n, at the top, 4n, the bottom left-hand angle, and 2n minus 2, the bottom right-hand angle. Adding them all up, I take a look and I go, hey, wait a minute, this is a classic same side, same operation situation. So that would be 7n minus 2 is equal to 180. Now it becomes a standard two-stepper, opposite side, opposite operation, add 2 to both sides. 7n is 182, divide both sides by 7, and bingo, lights flash, bells ring, I get n equals 26. And the beauty of mathematics is we can check on this answer and verify that we are correct. So at the top, I get 26. This one will be 4 times 26, which is 104, and the last one will be 2 times 26, which is 52 minus 2 is 50. So there's all of that work just shown. And if I add those numbers up, 26, 104, and 50, I get 180. So I know that I got this question correct. Okay. Next up, two supplementary angles are in the ratio of 2 to 7. Find the measure of the largest angle. Supplementary angles ratio 2 to 7. If they are in a ratio, they share something in common. I do not know what that thing in common is, so I normally call it n. So that's a 2n and a 7n. Let's do stop and start, see how you do. Okay, so the angles are going to be 2n and 7n. Add them up, set them equal to 180. Same side, same operation situation. 9n is 180. Dividing by 9, n is 20. Now, find the measure of the largest angle. Well, the largest angle looks like it would be the 4n right there. So let's just check out all of them. The two angles are 40. Oh, what did I say 4n? That was stupid. 7n. The two angles are 40, 2 times 20, and 140, 7 times 20. So the largest angle is definitely going to be 120. Okay, now we get to something we started last time. We started talking about isosceles. Does anybody remember what isosceles means? Isosceles means two sides are equal, and also two base angles are equal. So the first problem says two legs of an isosceles triangle can be represented by 4 times n minus 2 in parentheses or a package, and 2n plus 16. Find the length of one of the legs. I think that you should draw a picture and get started. Then stop and start, and I'll show you the correct work. Okay, so there's my beautiful picture. Remember, these hash marks here, they show that the sides are equal. That's a term, if you will, a mathematical symbol way of showing those two sides are equal. Since they're equal, I set them equal here, and this is clearly not same side, same operation. I distribute the 4. I get 4n minus 8 equals 2n plus 16, and this is an opposite side, opposite operation situation. Okay, subtract the 2n from both sides, and I get 2n minus 8 equals 16. Add the 8 to both sides, and I get 2n is equal to 24. Dividing by 2, and I get, ding, 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 n is equal to 12. Okay. Notice it says find the length of one of the legs. To do that, I've got to take the 12 and plug it in. So I'm going to do 2 times 12, which is 24, plus 16 is 40. And just to confirm that I know I got it right, if I do 4 times 12 minus 2, that's 4 times 10, which is 40. So I know that I got it correct. That's a cool feeling. Next up, base angles of an isosceles triangle are 5 less than twice the measures of the vertex angle. Find the measures of the vertex angle and the base angle. Well, to do that, I got to add a little bit more to my picture. I need to add that the base angles are each 2n minus 5, and I need to add that the vertex angle is the one, it doesn't necessarily have to be on top, but it's the one that's not equal to the other two in an isosceles triangle. That's n. So, time for you to solve for n. Remember, the three angles of a triangle always add up to what? 180. Very good. So n plus 2n minus 5 plus 2n minus 5 is 180. 5n minus 10 is equal to 180. Add 10 to both sides. 5n is 190. Dividing by 5, and I get n is equal to 38. Well, how do I know this is correct? Well, if I do 2 times 38 minus 5, I get 71. And then if I do a quick check, the vertex angle up top was just n, so that's 38. And then each of these would be 71. If I add them up, I get 180. So yes, I know that it is correct. Let's give you another shot at this. Another one of these, very similar to the one you just did. Go ahead. All right, so we always start with that diagram being drawn first, and this time we know the legs will be 5 times n minus 3 and 2n plus 6. There we are. Like that little slide-in effect there. Smooth. Now, I set up my equation, which says 5 times n minus 3 has to equal 2n plus 6. Keep in mind these little symbols here mean the two sides are equal. Distributing, 5n minus 15 equals 2n plus 6. This is an opposite side, opposite operation situation. Subtract 2n from both sides. I get 3n minus 15 is equal to 6. Add 15 to both sides, and I get 3n is equal to 21. Dividing by 3, n is 7. Okay, let's confirm that I'm actually correct here. If on the one leg I do 2 times 7 plus 6, I get 20. And on the other one, 7 minus 3, according to the order of operations, is 4. Multiply by 5, and I get 20. All right. Now, they tell you the base angles are each 3n plus 20. So I've got to include that in my diagram. And also the vertex angle is n. And what do you know about the three angles of a triangle? They always add up to what? 180 degrees. Go ahead, set up your equation. Solve, we'll do stop and start in a moment. Okay. So I get n plus 3n plus 20, so I have the n at the bottom, or sorry, the n at the top for the vertex angle, and then I've got my two 3n plus 20s. So here's my vertex angle n at the top, here's the one base angle, 3n plus 20, and the other base angle. Oh man, I can't talk right now. And they add up to 180. So same side, same operation. I've got 7 n's. 1 and 3 make 4, and 3 more make 7, and 20 and 20 make 40. 7n plus 40 is 180. I subtract 40 from both sides. 7n equals 140. Divide by 7, n equals 20. Booyah! Let's check this out, make sure it makes sense. 3n plus 20, if I plug in the 20, that base angle at 3n plus 20, that's 3 times 20 is 60 plus 20 is 80. And the three angles are 20, 80, and 80. And yes, 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 they add up to 180 degrees. So we're looking good there. All right, the series of geometry videos is over.